One-Eyed Jack by Priscilla Karant. Illustrated by Michiko Kishi. In these Appalachian hills by Twin Cove Lake, if you happen to be awake, you can hear One-Eyed Jack shriek above the owls. Oh, for goodness sake, how could I have known this would be my fate? It is a fact that One-Eyed Jack, who has splashes of black on his back, used to fight against packs of dogs until one fine morning a dog clawed at his eye. And ever since then, he has sighed and sighed. Oh, for goodness sake, how could I have known this would be my fate? That's what got him the name One-Eyed Jack. Now he lives alone outside of an abandoned shack. Only fleas keep him company day and night. There was no dog in these Appalachian hills as friendless as One-Eyed Jack, part Tennessee hound. There was no more thrill to hunt. With only one eye left, he lost his will. And his tail seemed to be permanently lodged between his two hind legs. So scared he was of the dogs in the holler, with only one eye left, he dared not be collared by any animal in these woods. Instead of chasing moles and voles, he much preferred chewing on grass and berries to digging into holes. And he dreamed and dreamed of a scratch on his belly, a paw on his paw, and a bowl of beef stew. But then one day, in search of food, he saw a huge black frying pan filled to the brim with all sorts of meat outside of an old man's door. Grandpa was the man's name. Grandpa was well known in these parts for caring for any animal in need. He fed the cardinals each day with the choicest seeds. He fed the fish in the lake with his homemade bread. He fed his mule Go-Go baked potatoes. He made them soft for her wobbly teeth. And he fed his dogs and cat the finest meat that he would gather from a dumpster in back of a restaurant. Now 4 dogs and a cat had gathered around the black frying pan. Homeless Hector, Honey, Sam, Puppy, and Nellie Belly. How could he, One-Eyed Jack, join this gang? Oh, for goodness sake, if only I could find myself a space. Honey growled to warn One-Eyed Jack to keep away. She seemed impossible to sway. Homeless Hector said not a word. His fur stood up on his back, and his lips curled. And Puppy, busy eating, never noticed One-Eyed Jack was there. Nellie Belly's tail switched back and forth. Sam muttered under his breath, Scram, you sad sack, you one-eyed Jack. Grandpa heard all the commotion, and out of the corner of his eye, he saw One-Eyed Jack crouching behind a dogwood tree, with his tail in between his legs. He felt a great-hearted pity for this flea-bitten dog. Grandpa scolded his dogs and cat. "You have to behave," he said to the frightened dog. "Come, my darling sweet dog. I will call you One-Eyed Jack. Come and have a snack." In the pan was a meat and vegetable stew waiting to be devoured. The dogs and cat had a bite here and there, so well fed they seemed to barely care. Then off with Go-Go and Grandpa they went for a walk on a trail beside the lake. That is, all the animals went, but not our One-Eyed Jack. He slept next to the frying pan like a guard on duty. Little by little, Honey, Homeless Hector, Sam, Puppy, and Nellie Belly got used to his face and gave him some space. Sam discovered One-Eyed Jack had as good a nose as he had for smelling a mouse. He admired him. Homeless Hector saw One-Eyed Jack was no threat at all and would even let him eat first. Puppy, a lover of spaghetti and meatballs, was impressed when One-Eyed Jack rolled the last meatball over to him. Go-Go saw that One-Eyed Jack was not going to nip at her legs. She enjoyed his company when she was chewing grass. Nellie Belly liked to lean against One-Eyed Jack when she was taking a nap. He was so nice and warm. Honey started to fall in love with One-Eyed Jack, who showed great humility in her presence. He was a handsome mutt. One-Eyed Jack no longer had to live alone in the shack. His fur became thicker. The black became blacker. His closed eye began to open. One-Eyed Jack was now Two-Eyed Jack. Now he had a scratch on his belly, a paw on his paw, and a pan of beef stew. He yipped and he hollered and bounced around on the porch like a month-old puppy. But he never left that black frying pan. Oh, for goodness sake, how could I have known this would be my fate?
So many ways the story ends, but in each and every verse I must make amends to the ones I've forgotten, to the ones who have gotten me where I am right now. For a bird does not fly without feathers, and having burst from my pride I remembered all the fears I'd suppressed never really depressed me. I just thought I was alone. But there's more to a book than the covers. We turned our pages to discover the deepest reflections of self. So much weight that I knelt, and I before me all testified. Found your tribe.